Alrighty guys, welcome to my attempt at a 72-hour water fast. As in I'm only drinking water and mineral sea salt for the next 72 hours. No food, no juice, no coffee, no anything other than water and some salt for electrolytes for the next 3 days. I actually want to go longer. I've wanted to do this for many years. It is incredibly healthy. I'm going to tell you all the different benefits as to why someone should do this, even at least once a year. My goal is to actually start doing this maybe twice a year, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but at least once a year from here on out, just because of the incredible benefits. So today is day 1, although I'm technically already 20 hours in because I started this last night. So I ate my last meal of Chipotle. What a way to go out, which I used to think Chipotle was healthy. It's so not healthy. Anyway, I had Chipotle, a bowl, at 6:30. So I'm counting kind of like the beginning of the fast as in 7 p.m. last night. That was Monday, yesterday. So I will be done with this water fast Thursday at 7 p.m. And maybe I'll just keep it going into Friday. We're gonna see how we feel. I've heard that day 1 is pretty easy. So far, it's been a breeze. Like, I'm totally fine. I'm not even that hungry, to be honest. I'll tell you why in a second. There's a little hack you have to do if you end up actually trying this out for yourself. But I've heard that day 2 and day 3 are terrible. Nightmare, horrible. People get headaches sometimes. You have low energy. You're really tired. I don't know how I will feel. So I'm gonna do daily check-ins. I'm gonna show you exactly what I am going through and how I'm feeling. But I've heard that by day 4, you suddenly have tons of energy. You're no longer hungry and it becomes really, really easy to do this. But I'm just not sure I should really go much past day 3 only because of my weight. If you have like a lot of weight to lose or even just some weight to lose, this is a great thing to do. I mean, it like fast tracks it. I'm just already pretty thin. My starting weight was exactly 115 pounds, 0.0. I am assuming I'm gonna lose some pounds and I just don't think I have like that much to lose to like keep it going. Now the hack that I was gonna tell you, which is really not a hack, it's more just you should really be aware of this if you are a woman wanting to do a water fast. You really need to do it at the beginning of your menstrual cycle. The ideal range is between day 2 and day 12. Anything outside of that, it just really messes with your hormones and it's actually just way harder. I don't know if you notice towards the last half of your cycle, you're just way hungry or you're craving things. So I'm at the very beginning of my cycle. George, my period, I like to call him George, he came a couple days ago. So usually during this time, I'm not as hungry as I am throughout the rest of the month. So this is just a perfect time to actually do it. I really wasn't even planning on starting last night. I just finished that meal and I woke up this morning actually, and I thought, you know what?
Let's just do it. We're doing it today.
I'm gonna see what happens. So let's talk about the benefits. The number one benefit that I am most interested in and honestly just like really excited about when it comes to this whole water fasting thing is cellular repair and autophagy. So if you don't know what autophagy is, that is the process where your body removes damaged cells and then regenerates new ones in its place. Think about that. I mean, that's kind of a miraculous thing. It's very healing. We could be talking about the C word cells, abnormal cells, if you get what I'm trying to say. It could be just autoimmune diseases, really any ailments, inflammation, bad things going on in your body. This is a process that allows your body to really focus on getting the bad stuff out. And it doesn't just have to be about diseases and health problems, but it's also just very anti-aging because again, if you think about it, we have damaged aging cells all throughout our body. This is a process that literally removes them. So that's why a lot of women actually, especially different women that I follow that do this a couple times a year, they like to do it because it literally makes them look and feel younger. Now, honestly, that's the last thing I'm interested in. I am way more motivated for health reasons. And I'm not saying I have this horrible, terrible disease in my body. Honestly, I don't know. We don't know. So this would really help to eliminate that if something is even brewing and actually prevent things from ever starting. So again, that is why I want to start doing this at least once a year. But let's move on to a few other benefits. It restarts your immune system. Again, it is getting rid of damaged immune cells, regenerating new immune cells. So after this fast, your immune system is in tip-top shape. It also completely resets your gut and digestive system because it allows it to completely take a break. I mean, when's the last time that's that's ever happened, like in your entire life, like it literally shuts down, allowing your gut barrier to heal itself, regenerate itself. A lot of problems in our body stems from the gut. And so if we can at least get that back on track, it'll solve a lot of other problems too. There's also tremendous improvement with your mental clarity and focus and memory. That's another thing. Everyone that I have followed that has done this, like they just rave about how much clearer everything becomes. You know, they recall things better, their memory's better, even just speaking is easier. There's honestly so many more benefits, but I feel like I'm making this intro way too long. I have no idea how this video is gonna go, so I'm just gonna check in with you if I have thoughts or things I wanna tell you. Maybe I won't even make it to the end. Hopefully I do, and I will see you sometime soon. Okay, so it's a few hours later. It has officially been over 24 hours of my fast, and I'm feeling really good. I actually went to yoga tonight. It was hot yoga. It was a little bit more strenuous than other classes I go to, but I feel really good. I'm not just saying this, I really don't feel that hungry at all. I do not think tomorrow is gonna be the same way. I think I'm gonna be struggling tomorrow. But as I go along and I check in, I am gonna be answering questions and addressing different things throughout the video. So I'm sure people are kind of wondering, like, how much water am I drinking each day? So my plan is to drink 2 to 3 liters, and maybe that'll change. Like maybe I'll feel like I need a little bit more. So this is 40 ounces, so I'll drink probably at least 3 of these each day. And then, like I said, I'll also be supplementing with mineral sea salt. So this is the Baja Gold sea salt. To me, this is like the best of the best. This is elite. I love this. You could also use Celtic sea salt. You could use Redmond sea salt, but I believe, and this is my plan, to consume throughout the day at least 1 teaspoon. And this is just, you know, for electrolytes, trace minerals, just to keep my hydration level going. Okay, I am back. It is the next day. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, meaning I have been fasting for 42 hours. And that's exciting because I'm over halfway, but I think I've also hit the autophagy phase. So most people, their bodies trigger autophagy between the hours of 24 and 48 hours of fasting. So I think I'm there. I am now feeling pretty good. I was not feeling so good this morning though. Last night around 11 o'clock, I started to get a headache and I just went to bed, drank a lot of water, went to bed. I woke up a little bit through the night. I mostly slept well, but I did wake up a couple times and I could tell I had a headache. And then I woke up with a horrible headache. And I got up, I drank a lot of water, had some salt, and I basically just laid on the couch for a while. And I forced myself after a while to just get up and start moving because I had a video to film today. And I just finished filming it, so you'll probably see me wearing this shirt with this backdrop in a video, but it went well. And I noticed that once I started moving, I did my hair, I did my makeup. By the time I was getting ready to start filming, my headache was actually gone. So I feel really good now. And believe it or not, you probably won't believe me, but I still am not that hungry. And I don't know what that is about, guys, because I'm telling you, I am somebody, I will feel ravenous. I will feel like I'm starving. There will be food that I want. I will be doing things and I'll be like,
I can't wait to eat that when I'm done with this.
I can get really hungry. So this is just shocking to me that I'm not that hungry at all. Even when like I'm living my life normally, if I have a little snack, it almost makes me more hungry and makes me want more food. So the fact that I'm not eating anything, I don't know if like I've squashed the hungriness. I don't understand. I'm still expecting to get really hungry at some point, but I don't know. Okay, well, I'm hungry now. It is now almost 7 p.m., meaning I've almost hit 48 hours of my fast. And I just got back from another yoga class and I definitely kind of felt it more today. Like I didn't have as much energy as I did last night. It still wasn't too bad, but then when I walked out of the yoga class, there's an Italian restaurant right next door and oh my gosh, it smelled so good. And now I'm hungry. Like I am officially hungry. I'm not dying, but I would like to eat food. And it's also like I just feel like I should be eating food, but I'm not. So we'll see how the rest of the night goes. I find that I just need to like stay busy. I don't feel super low in energy, but I find that this goes faster when I keep myself busy. Now, another thing that I just kind of wanted to address in this video is, you know, who should not be fasting? Because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments saying how terrible this is. Obviously, if you want to do it under medical supervision, you could totally do that. I do think 3 to 4 days is something that most people can do. If you want to do anything longer, especially if you're inexperienced, I would say talk to your doctor, that kind of thing. You can talk to your doctor regardless, but obviously pregnant people should not be fasting, breastfeeding, teenagers or even kids, like kids should absolutely not be doing this. Anybody with a serious medical condition, obviously in those situations, definitely talk to your doctor. Okay, oh man, last night was rough, but it's 10 a.m. the next morning, meaning I am 63 hours into my fast. I have 9 hours to go, and I definitely think I am going to break my fast at 72 hours. I'm feeling better now, but oh my, last night, I know I checked in with you when I got home from yoga. I was getting pretty hungry, and it just got worse and worse and worse through the night. I ended up just trying to go to bed at like 9:30, which I usually go to bed at like 11 or 11:30, but I just was feeling not great. So I thought I'll just sleep it off, but that didn't work. I did not fall asleep until 9:30 or midnight. And then I woke up at 2 a.m. wide awake. Like I was wide awake. I wasn't hungry at that point anymore, but I did get up to go to the bathroom. And even just walking to the bathroom, I was so weak. And it's not like it scared me. Like I've probably felt worse. I know I felt worse in my life, but like the weakness set in, which is honestly what I wanted to happen. I was going to be kind of upset if I went through this whole process and I felt great the whole time. Like that would make me question, like, is it even working? Is it even doing what it's supposed to do? But because I was feeling that way, I felt like, okay, this is, the damaged cells leaving my body, replenishing with the new ones. Like I was kind of happy I was feeling that way, but I was just wide awake, which was weird. I did not fall asleep till 4 or 4:30. And then I woke back up at 6 a.m. wide awake again. I don't know. And I did look that up, and apparently it is a thing that you sleep way less while you're doing a fast. There's probably some science behind why. I don't really know why, but now it's 10 a.m. and I'm way better. Like I'm back to not really being hungry anymore. I'm definitely still weak, but not terrible. I did do another weigh-in and I'm now at 13.8 pounds. So I've definitely lost a little over 1 pound, which I guess is expected, but I do feel like just because I am thin, I think it's probably appropriate that I do break my fast at 72 hours. It's very critical that when you do break your fast, there are certain foods that you should eat to reintroduce to your gut and your stomach, and it just really kind of amps up a lot more benefits. So I'm gonna kind of share that with you. Alrighty guys, this is the final check-in and final update of the video because I made it to 72 hours of drinking only water and sea salt for electrolytes. I'm so proud of myself. I broke my fast last night at 7 p.m. So I'm going to share with you exactly how you should break a fast. There are some things you should follow to maximize the benefits. And then I'm going to share the shocking results. I made a list here. There's so many things that I was not expecting. And then I have 4 specific tips that if you try an extended water fast, tips that will actually help you because I really learned a few things. So last night at 7 p.m., I did in fact break my fast, and I will admit I was counting down the minutes. I was so excited. But if you do an extended fast longer than 24 hours, there really is kind of a formula you should follow when breaking a fast. You need to just remember the 3 P's, okay? So it's protein, polyphenols, and probiotics. So those are the kind of foods that you want to reintroduce to your body slowly so that you can maximize the benefits. Like your gut just spent so much time healing, so it wants to absorb all of those probiotics and the good fats. No carbs. Do not do carbs. It's gonna spike your insulin levels and it's gonna kind of ruin just everything you just worked for. So what I decided to eat to break my fast was an avocado, which is high in polyphenols and good fats. I had 1 egg, which is my protein, and then I had kimchi, which is probiotics. It's fermented food. So you could do sauerkraut, kimchi. Some people do pickles, but I think that's kind of lower. So anyway, I had a plate of that and it was glorious. It was so delicious. And I immediately felt satisfied. Like I really felt good afterwards. I wasn't exactly sure how I would feel, but I immediately felt so good. And then I did not have anything else the rest of the night. And here we are the next morning. I actually still haven't had anything. I'm just kind of listening to my body, and I will, just slowly reintroduce more foods like carbs later today. I really believe that breaking your fast is almost as important as the fast, in itself. Now I definitely have some interesting results. One is pretty obvious. I did lose weight. I ended my fast at 113 pounds. So that was like a solid 2 pounds that I lost, which I feel like if people have more weight to lose, they would lose a lot more than that. But that was absolutely not the point of this for me. It's more like, that is like a benefit if you want to lose lose weight, people will lose a lot of weight doing this. It actually kind of resets their metabolism too. But then I also noticed on day 1 and day 2, I had so much energy. Like, that was surprising to me. I was not expecting that. I was just going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. I obviously went to yoga multiple times. I was cleaning the whole house. I was working. Like, anything that I needed to accomplish, I was happy to do it. That was weird, and I, again, did not expect that. Maybe it's just because my body didn't need to process and digest food, and so it like had extra energy to kind of use up. I don't know. But then on day 3, I did get more weak, which is a sign of the autophagy and detox. But what's interesting is on day 3, I had extreme mental clarity. And that's the thing that everyone talks about, but I've just never really experienced before. I don't have what they call brain fog. People talk about having that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that feels like. And I really don't think I have that. But it was so weird to me that on day 3, I wasn't feeling amazing energy-wise, but my focus, like even speaking, like I sat down to do my day 3 update, and usually when I film, I have to do a few takes, like I'll be like,
I probably could have explained that better. Let me try it again.
I sat down, everything came out perfect, it flowed, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that was just so easy. And I noticed that throughout the rest of the day, that I really did have very clear mental capabilities and focus. I don't know. It's hard to explain until you actually feel it. Then this was the biggest result. Like, just this is shocking to me. Okay, this was just so weird. It definitely happened throughout the full 3 days. I noticed it on day 1, but didn't really think anything about it. I'm just gonna say it. I stunk so bad. And I'm going to admit something to you guys that I really don't ever talk about. Like, I don't ever share this with anyone. I don't shower that regularly, which, hold on, just let me explain. So I work from home. So if I know I'm not gonna go somewhere for a few days, I don't shower. I just don't feel like I stink. Like, I'll ask Josh, I'll ask my boys, like, do you smell me? And they're like, no, you smell great. Like, I really genuinely don't think I smell. And I know there's some people that just crave taking a shower because they need to feel clean. I've just never been like that. So if I need to go somewhere, I'll take a shower. But if there's a few days I'm not going anywhere, I just don't shower. And I never notice a smell. Ever, which probably isn't good, because I smelled so bad day 1, day 2, and especially day 3. It was something I've never experienced this in my life, and I know, putting the pieces together, this was my body detoxing. I would take multiple showers, and then a few hours later, I would smell so bad again. It was so weird. Even today, this is the next day, I took a shower last night, I smell bad again. So it's still happening. So I'm sure it will die down and go away, but yeah, that was very weird, but also exciting to me that it was like proof that my body was getting rid of the bad stuff. Now, for those of you that do wanna try an extended water fast, there are 4 specific tips that I discovered throughout this process that really helped me, and I wanna share them with you. So number 1, I already talked about this, but if you're a woman, you need to time the fast to be at the beginning of your cycle. That will help you immensely. Number 2, I also recommend light exercise throughout the process, which sounds kind of crazy, but it really helped me. Not only did it distract me, but it got rid of my hunger, which was interesting. So I did yoga each day, but you could go for a walk. You could lift light weights. Like, don't do anything super strenuous, but that really did help me. And then number 3, I just want to warn you, this is a tip of just warning. Your brain's gonna play tricks on you at some point. Go into it knowing your brain is gonna tell you that you must stop. It's kind of like a survival mode that's like built into your brain. Like,
Oh my gosh, you're not feeding me food. Why not?
you know, your body's not used to it. So it's gonna suck at like one point, and then you just have to push through it. Because right when I was feeling my worst, I pushed through it, and then I started feeling my best, which was very interesting. So I just wanted to warn you about that. It's expected. Number 4 though, when you are feeling your worst and you're discouraged and you're thinking about quitting, what really helped me is I got on Instagram and TikTok, and I watched videos of people that were doing water fasts or have completed water fasts, talking about all of the amazing benefits. And it was so motivating. It really made me proud that I was in the middle of it and my body was doing really good things. And then it like solidified that I am absolutely going to make it to my goal of 72 hours. Again, if you wanted to go longer, you could talk to your doctor, all of that. But it was a really good trick to encourage me, and it really, really worked. Now, moving forward, I would love to start doing this twice a year. Some people actually do it seasonally, like they'll do it winter, spring, summer, fall, just to eliminate all the bad stuff in their body, reset and re-energize their body. But again, I feel like my weight kind of limits me, so we'll see what I decide. But I hope this video at least inspired you, or at least caused you to maybe look into this a little bit more. There are so many more benefits than what I even mentioned in this video. But if you're new and maybe you've never seen my videos before, I would love for you to to subscribe to my channel. I love doing these health experiments, like things that a lot of people aren't talking about. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.